Hey guys, this is Eric. If you're looking for a better way to do puzzles, my family and I love to do one every year at the end of the year around Christmas time. And this has just been awesome. It's the Welgee puzzle board. It does up to 1,000 pieces. It's got a little swivel to it, lots of good features. Here's everything that you need to know before you buy. Okay, so like I mentioned, it does do up to 1,000 pieces. So I think that's something important to know right away. Anything below 1,000 pieces is going to work on this board. And you can see that we are working on an afternoon in the 80s. This is a super fun puzzle. I do have another review on this. If you're an 80s kid or a 90s kid like myself, a lot of nostalgic. So anyway, if you're looking for a new puzzle, I would definitely recommend that. So let me get into some of the details and how we're using this board and really helping the puzzle process. Okay, so like I said, it will hold up to 1,000 pieces. You can see that there's space here on the left and definitely on the right, so that even though you're doing a 1,000-piece puzzle, you're not going to be jammed right up to the edges, which I can appreciate if you want to move it around a little bit or adjust it or a kid bumps it. Board itself is kind of like a smooth plastic, so you can sort of take these pieces and move them really easily. And no snags or anything. You don't have to worry about them coming apart. Nice, easy glide on the board. Now, one little cool design feature that you should probably know, if you're doing a puzzle, you're definitely going to be spending hours doing this. So it does have a nice ergonomic design to it. Some curvature there on the edge. If you're laying your hands on this for hours upon time, which I know I do when I'm building a 1,000-piece puzzle, it does sort of lay nicely. I've not noticed any sort of cramping or issues with it being uncomfortable on this edge. I think I mentioned it's a swivel, but this is a full-out rotation. And we're working on something, and how nice it is to kind of just rotate and say, hey, go ahead and work on that corner, or hey, I found a piece, let me put it on without having to walk around the table. The Lazy Susan, just like you would have in the kitchen, is a nice feature. Now, one thing to know about the Lazy Susan is you can take it off if you just absolutely hate that feature and you do not want it to move around. It's just a matter of popping that off. That's what I did initially, and then it just becomes a flat surface. So just a nice little option for you if you don't like the rotation and you want just a nice stationary board that doesn't move. Now, aside from the Lazy Susan, another great feature is if you're building a puzzle, and you know this, right? You got pieces everywhere. I mean, we used to build puzzles here on our dining room table, and there would just be pieces all over the table. They'd be falling on the ground. And that's where these 4 drawers come into play. Really helpful from an organization perspective as you're working through, especially a large puzzle like 1,000 piece. We are starting to sort the edge pieces. You can take them completely out like you see here and just kind of use them as storage as you're working through it. So you're going to get 4 of those. Slot there, there's the other slot, and then you got 2 other on the other side. I'm sure you got your own organization system, but really nice to have edges on one side and then maybe start grouping colors. And then this is kind of a catch-all right now. It's a little bit of a mess. But the drawers are really easy to come out. You can see here, just pulled it out, no big deal. And then it slides back in. Now, one other thing that you're going to get with this Welgee puzzle board is this protective mat. Don't make the same mistake I did. I really thought that this was meant to put down over the board, and I was laying the puzzle pieces on top of here, but that's actually not the purpose of this. This is really just a protective mat. And really, if you got kids or pets, or you feel like there's a possibility that the puzzle that you've worked so hard on could potentially get bumped or hit or whatever, this is more of just a protective layer if you want to move the board, which again, you can move this board. It's only 8 pounds. So, I mean, it's super light. Literally pick it up and move it around as you're assembling it. Lightweight and easy to move. If you are wanting to move it and protect it, I would definitely recommend putting this mat down. It's just a matter of sort of laying down slightly, and it doesn't have to be perfect, overlays the pieces, so then you can pick up and say, you know what, we're done with the puzzle, we're having dinner tonight, we're going to move it into the office, and then we'll pick it up later, guys. Overall, if you're looking for a better way to do puzzles, to stay organized, have a little feature so that the entire family can join in on the puzzle process and just sort of manage it amongst the chaos of your house, I would definitely recommend this Welgee puzzle board. It was one of those products that I didn't know that I needed until I saw it, and then I started using it and just love it.